I know it's a weird whiplash to go from Danny's world to a Teeth Man digital circus, but hear me out a second. I want to establish I'm not only going to be talking about Danny's world. The only reason you're seeing gameplay footage of it again is because I don't have any better ideas of background currently. I'll have to figure that out at some point. Anyway, yes, this is a small video of Caine from the Amazing Digital Circus. A small little treat to still work on how I want to format the Danny story video. And it's mostly me commenting on Caine's reception, if that makes sense. Caine was already receiving a minority of misinterpretation and mischaracterization and feeling that. The difference between, like, not liking a character and just being wrong about what that character is. Let me put it bluntly, Caine is selfish. He's insecure that if nobody enjoys his adventures, it means he fails his purpose as an AI meant to host a circus. But it's also important that he's an AI. Is he antagonistic? Absolutely. Is he villainous? Definitely in no traditional sense. The characters he he just is a douchebag. Like Cosmo having that drawing in his room, or how Caine keeps bringing up Kinger's dead wife, or even the ending of episode 7 being the most recent at the time. But to say he has villainous intentions is incorrect, though it is reasonable to want to pluck out the teeth eyeballs and then weaken his enamel with a jackhammer at the end of episode 7. You gotta realize if you look at it more objectively, Caine doesn't understand what he's doing wrong. He probably just heard the term escape the circus and only tried making a game around it because he can't really truly comprehend the idea that someone in the circus would want to leave the circus, or even leave him. Yes, I am patiently waiting for an expansion to this. Obviously he's in the wrong, but so far he's not a villain. I'm assuming it stays that way, because it won't. Obligated Jackson Ragatham engine. I'm not gonna go into depth with either character. Maybe I will, but not here. But Jax keeps getting babied, even though he's clearly a bad person in his actions. Like, look at the whole previous videos of how he's treating the cast before we know a bit more about him. Can't really justify what he throwing Pomni off the goddamn car. And then Ragatha got signed for being mad once in episode 5, even though they were trying to say that she should get more mad and not just be nice and always tolerant all the time. It's clearly not good for her. And oh my god, the conversation around episode 7, I was talking about Ragatha, there's something that went around with the fucking backtail test. Like, you know, the backtail test measuring female agency in the story or whatever. Like the lesbian cartoonist, which the lesbian are job. Does anyone even talk about that anymore? Like, can anyone talk about the Bechdel test without it feeling forced in the conversation? It doesn't even work well with the Amazing Digital Circus. Last time I heard it was Rick and Morty. It's Morty telling its story about female scorpions to say frick for, you know, like oxygen. He has something in the door. Why I went on a side tangent there is I feel like Caine's perception from the fanbase is this gonna get worse? Because the amount of media literacy is awful in it. Because generally, what are these takes? People still want to go around and think that being selfish is an inherently villainous trait, and I still don't understand this kind of thought process. It's like, have we not learned a thing, or are these people just new around here? Like, the whole idea of someone being selfish is so old. Like, I remember that old A Maple Pines video, that a little 12-year-old girl is evil because she made some selfish acts at some point in her life. Even if Caine was a villain or something like that, it's not because he's selfish, okay? It would definitely be because of something else he's doing. Like, what he does because he has this insecurity. It's not because he feels it at all. Are you gonna just call him evil because he doesn't like the fact that people are enjoying the suggestion box adventures more than his own? I don't think so. It's not like he really did anything in episode 5. He just all that happened was he got jealous that he wasn't being enjoyed. Can you tell I didn't script this part because I'm just saying it off the top of my head, but I think it's clear what I'm trying to say. Selfish doesn't mean evil. We gotta stop thinking that. You know what I'm saying? I'm done on this for now because, again, like I said, this was supposed to be fast and I wasn't putting a huge amount of thought into this. I wrote this in a couple of hours. Just to add a little extra at the end there. So, I'm done on this for now. Like I said, this was meant to be short. I'm still trying to figure out the other thing and I don't want to spend too much time here. Here's the tweet of the voice actor of Caine liking autistic Caine headcanon. It's not canon, obviously, but like, just because the voice actor said it, I like it too, so yeah. I'll see you next video, whatever. Bye bye. Shimmy 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 la. Sorry, I had to reference that. Goodbye.